1. The wealthy dress in a particular way. Nothing is pretentious, mostly understated with a few pieces that convey wealth. For example, I saw kids at my school wearing Rolexes that were either platinum or steel. Never gold and never gaudy. Upper-class people wear luxury clothing that is very subtle. Why show off labels when you really have lots of money? The only people concerned about others seeing their clothing labels are those who aren't accustomed to real wealth. Most of the clothes that wealthy people wear are of amazing quality, perfectly fitting, and classy as hell. Their clothing complements their body type perfectly. 2. They value experiences. A kid in my class who I was cool with the inside of school was a huge Red Sox fan. The year they made it to the finals, he was out for a couple of days. When I asked where he was, he told me his dad had bought tickets, and being as it was last minute, decided to charter their private jet catch the game. This was normal to him, and because it was so normal, he never saw the need to brag about it but lit up when he recounted the game. 3. They're savvy and understand value exceptionally well. My good friend's father is a very successful art dealer here in Chicago, and prior to going to his house, I'd never been exposed to someone who knew so much about it. When I finally did, it was overwhelming. I saw Picasso's next to original one-of-one dollies, down the hall from Andy Warhol's, which were right next to Damien Hirst. It was eye-opening because these pieces were those his father had bought to eventually sell or trade for other pieces. I learned a lot about art and how it can be treated as a lucrative investment, which opened my eyes completely to the world of finance and investment. 4. People are more important than money. Most wealthy people you meet understand intrinsically that their success is owed mostly to other people. It was that chance or opportunity that they took advantage of that got them where they are. They also understand that it's the people they surround themselves with, the team they built, that ultimately allows them to grow and achieve. 5. They don't show off their money. Surprising, right? Well, if you really think about it, this shouldn't be. Truly wealthy people don't feel the need to boast or brag about their money. In fact, from what I've noticed, rich people get almost weird and standoffish when you bring up the topic of cash. They don't want other people to know, because money shouldn't change your perspective of a person. 6. Silent confidence. In terms of confidence, money works magic. Upper-class people have a tendency to look a person in the eye, walk with their shoulders back, and speak their mind when they need to. Rarely ever will you see an upper-class person be pushed around, and oftentimes they're compassionate to the lesser fortunate. It doesn't matter if the upper-class person is a plumber who owns his own company or a stockbroker on Wall Street. If a person has a ton of money in the bank, they really have nothing to prove to anyone, and for that reason, are cool and collected 99% of the time. 7. Education. Classy people educate their kids properly, and that's perhaps their main distinction. The fortune follows the family, not the other way around. The new rich don't last 3 generations. The second squander everything. This chapter deserves a book of its own. Those who have no class can quote George Bernard Shaw. Our parents ruined the first half of our lives, our children the second. It has fallen so low that people with class are ready to go to any extreme to get proper schooling for their offspring.